Are you living up to your true potential? Are you taking charge of your worth? What does worth mean to you? When we talk about worth, taking money out of the equation, worth as a human being, I have found that people tend to put it into three main categories, or boxes, let's say. Firstly being self-esteem. This is basically how you feel about yourself on the inside. Do you like yourself? Do you care for yourself? Box 2 would be external self-value, our outer value, how you show up in the world, how you allow others to treat you. Do you have boundaries? Do you demand respect? Some people have really high internal self-esteem, yet let others walk all over them. That's a lack of external self-value. The third box would be competence and mastery. This is about knowing what you're doing, feeling capable in different areas of your life, what skills you have, what knowledge you have. Beyond these three, there is also the belief in a universal sense of worth, that we're all born worthy, no matter what. So you could even think of it as 4 boxes: how you feel about yourself, how you value yourself in the world, your skills and abilities, and that more universal sense of worth. So I have broken this down into a few ideas, 4 to be exact, that I hope may give your sense of worth a real boost, a start, a direction. Let's start with number 1, how to boost your worth right now. So if we have these different ideas of worth, what can you actually do to improve them? It's about engaging with your present, but also shaping your future. Here's how you can shift your mindset. Begin to talk to yourself positive. Don't just know yourself. Many people understand themselves, but don't act on it. Instead, direct yourself. Command yourself. Every day, tell yourself something like, today, I'm going to live with intention and take the next right action that aligns with my integrity. This is powerful self-talk. After this comes the most crucial step. Follow through on your self-talk. If you say you're going to write out your goals or do something important today, then actually do it. When you say you'll do something and follow through, you begin to build momentum. The more you do this, the more you build that trust and respect in yourself. When you're in control, when you're directing yourself and then following through, that feeling of worth just happens. You don't even have to think about it. Number 2, the power of vision and the future. A lot of people lose their sense of worth because they've lost their vision for the future. Now, I am a big believer in living in the present moment. After all, that is the only time that we ever actually experience. The present moment, the here and the now. But even if you're a great person every day, if you're not working towards something more, something that gives you purpose, you can end up feeling stuck. And thinking about this now isn't about being deficient or creating that horrible feeling of lacking now. It's about acknowledging your potential. I think that we all have so much more potential than we realize. When you accept that, you realize that you can become more. You can stretch yourself. Set some goals that are a bit beyond where you are right now. And even if you don't hit them perfectly, you'll still have aimed higher. Many people have no real connection to their future, or their future vision is perhaps too small. If this is the case, you need a vision again, something to motivate you, to pick you up, to strive for. This doesn't have to be just one thing. It can be different areas of your life: health, family, career. The key is to align yourself more and more towards those ideals that you value. When you feel like you're actively building towards your ideal future, that sense of worth simply appears. It's just there because of your positive self-talk, your actions in the moment, and your conscious, relentless effort to build a better future. Moving on to number 3, embracing acceptance and growth. Many high achievers are driven by deficiency drive. They're fighting against something that feels wrong, or as I mentioned earlier, that unjust feeling of lacking, of unfairness. This is what drives them to keep going. But when you're always fighting, there's always wins and there's always losses. Sometimes people create amazing things but can't stick to them. Why? They lack acceptance. When something doesn't work out fast enough, we often put it in the loss category, the failure category, maybe even the shame category, and we try to avoid it. We move on to something new for that dopamine hit, but we'll never truly move past something until we give it our awareness, give it some acceptance, and then transform it. Learn from your failures, make a plan, and keep going. That's how you turn a loss into a win. If we're always avoiding failures over and over, we lose that sense of worth. When you can transform failure, inadequacy, or upsets into a positive direction, building upon them and turning a bad situation into a good one, your sense of worth and competence goes up. It's about making those healthy decisions right now, directing yourself to take the next right action that comes along that aligns you with your future vision, not dwelling on the past. The ultimate mindset shift is to accept what happened and then decide what you're responsible for, what you can improve, or what you can build towards. This is the power of self-acceptance and broad awareness, which gives you just so much personal power and, of course, self-worth. And last but certainly not least, number 4, your worth in a social world. It's also important to acknowledge that we live in a social world. We are social creatures, and how we interact with others does affect how we feel about ourselves. And, well, we should try not to let others determine our self-worth. The reality is that our connections, our sense of affection, how we navigate relationships does impact us. Ask yourself, would you feel better if you were more competent, more capable, more influential in dealing with other people? Most people would say yes. If you could comfortably talk to people at a party, start conversations, and laugh, wouldn't you feel better? If you could speak on stage and feel strong and valuable, wouldn't you feel better? That is social competence, and it's a big part of your worth. And it may not feel like it now to a lot of you, but it really is something that is completely achievable. When you can accept that all these aspects are true, your internal psychology, your external value, your positive interactions with others, and the skills and knowledge that you learn along the way, it creates an incredible feeling that gives you a genuine advantage in life. You'll feel stable, you'll feel secure, you'll feel worthy in every endeavor you decide to take. Now, to start building on this, I'm going to give you a simple challenge. Spend the next 24 hours actively looking for one small goal that you can set for yourself. This could be something as simple as identifying a small area where you want to grow, or deciding on one positive action you can take today that aligns with your beliefs and your values. Or, my personal favorite, defining one small step towards a bigger vision that you might have for your future. And of course, the most important part is, once you have chosen your goal, commit to it and follow through. Kickstart that momentum. And if you feel comfortable doing so, please share your goals in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching. And until then, I will see you next time.